Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And we are back with some more action for this new, more aggressive Hail team. So we've replaced the Light Clay Abomasnow with a timid-natured Abomasnow with Choice Scarf. And a Life Orb Slush Rush Beartic. So let's see how we do here. I'm going to get our music set. You might notice that our standing is lower than the end of the last video where we did ranked battles. That is because, well, I haven't been playing. You notice my win-loss record hasn't changed, but I haven't been playing, so other people have been passing us. That's okay. I don't particularly care where I end up on the Master Ball tier standings. I'm just playing this to have some fun and competitive battles with, you know, whatever teams I decide to use. And right now we're using Hail. Right now we're also struggling to find a team. So this is actually the same team that we used in the previous episode with Ryjolt. We had some casual battles, but using the Battle Stadium ranked rules. And I like the changes. So let's see how... And we also got here with our Hail team, a little bit more defensive with Rotom, Frost, and the Light Clay Abomasnow. We have a Mono Ice team. What do I do against this? I don't really want to bring Hail against Mono Ice. Do I? No. Well, we need... Jellicent seems really good. Arcanine seems really good here. Arcanine feels like a really obvious lead. Jellicent, what else do I want to bring? Como-O, maybe? I mean, it has the fighting, but it's going to take damage from all these ice types, and most of these ice types are on the physical side. That's not good. But then what else do I bring? I could bring Abomasnow. Because there are a few things that are weak to grass. A few things that are weak to grass. Yeah, we'll go with Abomasnow. Alright, we are locked in. Our opponent's still not locked in. They're still trying to figure out what we're doing. And I have no idea what my opponent is up to with Mono Ice. I mean, they don't have Abomasnow or Vanillix, so they're not focusing on Hail setting. Avalugg! I've never fought this thing before. Own Tempo, okay, so Intimidate doesn't work. Well, this thing... It could have Assault Vest, it's very physically defensive. It's an ice-cold coffee table there. Very weird-looking Pokemon, but I appreciate its design. It has massive physical defense, which reminds me, I didn't bring any physical attackers to this fight. Everything I brought was special attacks. I don't know if that's going to be good or not. So I'm just going to go for the Flamethrower. He's Dynamaxing. That means he's probably going to survive this. Now, Avalugg is almost... It's going to be a physical attacker. What I should have... But I don't know what moves it's going to have. I don't know what we're doing here. I probably should have went for the Will-O-Wisp first. That would have been safer. Wow, that was a lot of damage. But it looks like it would have survived even if it didn't Dynamax. It's a weakness policy, Avalugg. That is really not good. Yeah, goodbye, Arcanine. Yeah, the Intimidate didn't work. I didn't Will-O-Wisp. I really should Will-O-Wisp. And now it's boosting its special defense, which is the side I'm trying to hit it from. Oh, this is just bad all around. What do? I can't punch that thing hard enough. So we're gonna go into Abomasnow here. Oh, I know what I'm doing. I'm gonna set the Aurora Veil. If I can't knock it out before it hits me again, I'm going to just put some defenses up. Max Steel Spike, huh? Dang. It's boosting its physical defense, which that part doesn't quite matter. And here I go for the Dynamax because there's really no reason to ever Dynamax Jellicent. I'm just going to try and punch this thing. Of course, it's going to be kind of a waste of a Dynamax, but what else am I going to Dynamax at this point? And I'm just kind of stalling for time because I don't want to bring Jellicent in while this thing is Dynamax. I still don't know what all types of attacks it has. We know it has a Steel type, Ground type, and it's probably got an Ice type attack, let's be real. This is also going to set Grassy Terrain, which is going to heal ground Pokemon that aren't flying or levitating at the end of every turn, including our opponents. So again, I don't know if that was the right play. Not going for Will-O-Wisp was definitely not the right play. Okay, well, we're not off to a great start at all, but we have used all of our opponent's Dynamax turns, and hopefully, even though... Oh, he just got another special defense boost, didn't he? Well, maybe we can still knock him out with a Scald. And if not, get a burn? If any Pokemon can take on 3 of our opponent's Pokemon, it's got to be the Jellicent. Well, we got the burn. Alright, Jellicent, it is all you. Well, that did pathetic damage. Of course, we got the burn on him. We've got max defense Jellicent here. Max HP, max defense. And we've got the Aurora Veil up. Oh, he's going to heal from that. That's fine. Next Scald, he's gone. Now, Avalugg does get Recover. I do know that. I wonder if our opponent has it. Of course, he hasn't really been able to use it since... I mean, he could have used it on that first turn I used the Scald. Maybe he just realized his Avalugg wasn't going to have damage output that it needed, and just decided to go for the Earthquake. He probably wasn't planning on getting burned either. Alright. Well, what else does our opponent have? A Lapras. Oh, this isn't good. Lapras could go for just a Perish Song here, which is what I'm thinking it's going to do. Or it definitely has the potential to do that. And then all it has to do is sit there for 3 turns. My opponent still would have another Pokemon left, and my Jellicent dies. So I go for the Taunt here. Okay, he's got Freeze Dry. So we're not Perish Songing. Hail has stopped. That's good for my Leftovers recovery. So we'll recover there. We recover from the Grassy Terrain. We also get a boost to our grass attacks here. Oh, Aurora Veil wore off. That's because we don't have Light Clay. So it only lasts 5 turns. Which means this is also the last turn for the Grassy Terrain. That's okay, because that means that Lapras isn't going to get killed. Sheer Cold, oh no. And Sheer Cold still works through Taunt. Oh, this is really bad. Well, it's got a 30% chance of hitting, but given our damage output, we're not killing this Lapras fast enough. Maybe it's an Assault Vest Lapras? Might not have to be that bulky against Jellicent. Yeah, he hit the sheer cold. That was cold, bro. Giving us the cold shoulder like that. Alright. Yeah, that one did not go very well. And the whole thing was... I misplayed at the start. I'm like, oh, it's Avalugg. Oh, it has low special defense. Let me just click Flamethrower and ignore the potential of a weakness policy when I should have just gone for the Will-O-Wisp. And then from there, it could have been a very, very different game. From there, I might have even Dynamaxed the Arcanine and went for Max Flare. Because Max Flare would have two-shotted the thing, for sure. Even while it was Dynamaxed. And then the weakness policy boost wouldn't have hurt nearly as much. Well, it's a learning process. It's always a learning process. You lose, you learn, you grow. So sometimes I don't mind losing because losing oftentimes tells me more about my team and different decisions that I could have possibly made, or maybe even make different Pokemon decisions. I don't know about that battle. But maybe make different Pokemon decisions against that team. But if you win, like if Jellicent would have just come out and just swept everything there and walled out everything my opponent had, what does that tell me about my team? Well, it tells me Jellicent's good. We've already known that. We've already been there. We've already done that. This team is not a Mono Ice team. This team looks like it doesn't want to get hit by... It looks like Beartic can hit most of these things super effectively. I mean, we've got the Play Rough for the Surfetched, Liquidation for Arcanine. We've got Superpower for Obstagoon. And that the only thing Beartic can't hit super effectively is that is the Gastrodon. But I'm going Jellicent. Jellicent can hit the Gastrodon for sure. And can probably wall out the... It will bring Abomasnow. I don't know about this. Maybe I should have brought the Beartic. Como-O just felt good here, too. The issue I'm having... Well, I'm having a lot of issues with Hail Team. Number one, because it's Hail Team. Number two, when I'm bringing Hail... Okay, I'm using 2 of my 3 Pokemon slots on Abomasnow and Beartic. And they're sharing a bunch of weaknesses to common types. Like, almost everything is going to be able to hit them for super effective damage. Most things are. And so we're just going to go for Strength Sap here. We'll see if he switches. If he switches, the next thing that comes in gets an attack drop. I don't necessarily want to Scald into a Storm Drain on Gastrodon. And he might Dynamax here too. And he's going to be faster than me, so that's why I want to do the Strength Sap first, get the guaranteed heal, rather than going for Scald's 30% burn chance at this point. He's not Dynamaxing. He's also not... That is not the damage output you were looking for. And it's going to be worse now. And now I'm thinking, okay, well, even if he does switch into Gastrodon, I still have the thing to deal with it. And it's not like Gastrodon is going to hit Jellicent for super effective damage, and I can just Giga Drain the thing. So I'm fairly safe here going for the Scald. Let's see what he does. Horn Drill? You can't do that to Jellicent. Horn Drill's a normal type move. We're a ghost type Pokemon. You're the second person to try that on me. I don't know if you were expecting me to switch, but given the way that first turn played out, You should not have expected a switch there, if that's what he was doing. And the battles can okay, he could not take Jellicent. Jellicent was just gonna sweep his team and he knew it. Yeah, I don't know about that one. Okay, so that happened. You see, that win doesn't tell us much. It just tells us Jellicent is good. Well, we'll continue because that was a really short one. So we'll get a third one in here. We will switch to Marnie's music. Actually, we'll do Marnie 2 music. That's the battle where you have Marnie in the stadium near the end of the game, and you've got like some of the crowd cheering like you have for the gym leader music. You have some of that mixed in with Marnie's theme. It's pretty cool. Though I think I like her basic theme without the crowd cheering a little bit better. So yeah, the other problem with running, when I bring both Beartic and Abomasnow, I only get one other Pokemon to help cover their weaknesses. And so it really kind of just becomes a, what did my opponent bring here? Because my third Pokemon's not going to be able to cover like 2 or 3 of the Pokemon that they're weak to. That's why I have this whole team here. So maybe this team would even work better as a 6v6. But then I'm guaranteeing Hail at some point. But that might not be bad. But yeah, Beartic and Abomasnow eating up 2 of the 3 slots. Like if these singles battles were more like 4 versus 4, then I think it would perform a lot better than what it has been doing. It's been actually doing pretty good climbing the ladder here. Only gotten a few. We've gotten 3 losses with this team. This is triple the amount of losses I've had with any other team. Not that that's saying much because I haven't had like a ton of battles with it. We had a lot of battles with the Colossal team. Anyways. Dragapult. Yeah, we're starting with Jellicent because we know it's good. It's probably not good against this, however. Let's find out what kind of Dragapult this is. I expect most Dragapults to be like physical or mixed or go for U-turn right away. Although I know Dragapult can do such a huge range of things. It can be physical, it can be special, it can be mixed, it can be special. It has Thunderbolt. And also notice it has Life Orb, so that means it's not Choice Scarfed, it's not Choice Specs, which is actually really bad news for me, because it means that this thing gets 2 switch attacks, and one of those attacks it can learn is Hydro Pump. And we're not going to survive that, are we? No. He does not care about our investment in special defense. Okay, well... I mean, he can totally go for a Dragon attack here. That's the nice thing about having Life Orb instead of a choiced item. Do we set our Hail? Is there a reason to set Hail? If he stays in with this thing, I just need it off the board. Oh! Aegislash. That's also not what I wanted to see. While I have been liking this Como-O, I'm kind of missing my Hydreigon right now. Yeah, that is not the damage output we're looking for, but we do get an attack stat drop. Wow. This is not a good spread of attacks to use against Aegislash. I guess Aegislash is pretty good against this team, especially once the Arcanine fell. Yes, Aegislash is gonna kill me. Or it's gonna just completely wall me. Well, we can get up our Hail. These are like the saddest Dynamax turns ever. We can also lower its attack. Again, Aegislash is another one of those Pokemon. It could go physical. It could go special. I don't know what this one is. We can't lower his special. I'm thinking about raising my physical defense. I don't know if that would be worth it. Not if he goes back to Dragapult. The good news out of this is our opponent doesn't necessarily know that we're physical yet. Might have figured it out with the Hail there. This is another reason I don't like Dynamaxing early necessarily. I feel like I was just kind of forced into it with that Dragapult. I know I've talked about using like a more offensive-oriented Arcanine. That wouldn't have made a difference against that Dragapult. We can switch out. Because I know how Aegislash works. It's going to go for its King Shield, and then if I hit it, it'll end up lowering my physical attack, and I'm a physical Como-O. Yeah. So I'll just enjoy my free switch here. Get another little ding on the ding on the Hail there. And let's just go for a Scald. He can bring the Dragapult back in. It'll take some damage. He's gonna bring the Dragapult back in, isn't he? Oh no, Hydreigon. Man, this is making me think I should have brought Hail. Because I could have had Earth Power on Abomasnow for that Aegislash, and I could have had, Slush Rush with Icicle Crash for these dragons. This one could be Choice Scarfed, and maybe Choice Scarfed would still outspeed my Beartic. Let's just put your Assault Vest to the test. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, we're gonna be good now. We can just should I go for Drain Punch? I should probably go for Drain Punch. But I really want to take this thing out, and maybe Dragon Claw will do it. Unfortunately, our opponent still has the ability to Dynamax, because they waited out our Dynamax. That isn't going to be good. And if they were choiced, now they can switch their moves. And if they weren't choiced, I still don't necessarily know if they're holding a choice item or not. But then again, what's-his-face Dragapult has the Life Orb, so this thing can't have the Life Orb. I'm guessing it was choiced because he did Dynamax there. I'm guessing he had to Dynamax to do that. But then again, is it Choice Specs or Choice Scarf? That I don't know. It's probably Choice Scarf. There's a Max Darkness. Yeah, that didn't go well. Then again, I don't know if Hail would have done better because the issue is trying to get Beartic in, or trying to get, when I was running Rotom Frost, getting that Pokemon into the battle. You can't just easily, freely switch them in because it's sharing all these weaknesses with Abomasnow. So, alright. I'll see you guys next time.